Dear students, welcome to lecture 4 part 2. Previously we have discussed in detail the lighting issue, that how light affects the quality of the image, and also we have discussed alternate color spaces which help out to handle light uniformly in the images. Here in this lecture we will discuss two new color models, HSV and HLS, which are generated using the RGB color model. These models are also known as 3D polar coordinate color spaces because rectangular coordinates of RGB model are set to a 3D polar cylindrical coordinates. The purpose is to encode the psycho-visual coordinates, which are important to describe the color rather than to generate the color. These are number one, hue, which is also known as pure color and a dominant color on a natural scene. It has the following characteristics that you can view on the slide under the heading of hue. Number one is wavelength of the pure color observed in the signal. Number two, distinguish red, yellow, green, etc. And number three, more than 400 hues can be seen by the human eye. The second important factor is saturation. The degree of dilution means that a given color how much diluted in the white color. Its characteristics are number one, inverse of the quality of white present in the signal. A pure color has 100% saturation. The white and gray have 0% saturation. It helps out to distinguish between red from pink, marine blue from royal blue, etc. According to research, about 20 saturation levels are visible per hue. The final and important factor is brightness, that is the amount of light emitted. Distinguish the gray levels. The human perceives about 100 levels. This property is very important because it actually affects the quality of the color image. As I already said that 3D polar coordinate color spaces are generated from RGB color space. Therefore, to represent 3D polar coordinate color spaces, the rectangular coordinates of RGB are converted to cylindrical coordinates, actually 3D polar cylindrical coordinates, to represent each hue, saturation and brightness individually. So students, please view the slide. The transformation of the RGB color space to a hue, saturation and brightness color space is essentially a conversion from a set of rectangular coordinates to a set of 3D polar cylindrical coordinates. Below figure will highlight the conversion of RGB color space to 3D polar coordinate color space. In the figure, left side represents RGB rectangular coordinates and the right side of the arrow you will see the 3D polar cylindrical coordinates, in which H is hue, S is saturation and L is light. So on the basis of 3D polar cylindrical coordinates, various color spaces in this context have been generated. For example, IHS means intensity, hue, saturation. HSV means hue, saturation and value. HSI means hue, saturation and intensity, which we have already discussed in detail in the previous lecture. And HLS, hue, light and saturation. This concept is adopted because of certain reasons behind it, which we will see in the next slide. Yes, there is an reason behind this transformation. As I already told you that RGB space is represented in a vector form R, G and B, which specify the amount of each red, green and blue primary color. For our convenience to understand 3D polar coordinate system, we take RGB belongs to 0, 1. However, the valid coordinates from the RGB cube are 0, 1 cross 0, 1 cross 0, 1, representing each axis. So the basic idea behind the transformation to the hue, saturation and brightness coordinate system is to place a new axis between 0, 0, 0 vector and 1, 1, 1 vector. This is only be done if we take RGB belongs to 0, 1 as shown above. The purpose is to specify the colors in 3D polar coordinates based on the axis. So the new axis passes through all the gray points. R is equal to G is equal to B, so we call it the achromatic axis. Below figure will highlight the above process. At the left side of the arrow, if you will see the figure, the rectangular coordinates of RGB model has showing additional axis to represents the gray points, that is achromatic axis. And at the right side of the arrow, in the cylindrical shape, achromatic axis act as a perpendicular to form 3D polar coordinate color space system, which is very interesting, which is important to attain equivalent lightning effect on the images. This slide, the advantage that we will receive by shifting color spaces into cylindrical shape is discussed. But first, what was the actual problems when colors are represented in their original shapes will be discussed. So what was the problem? You can see on the slide, many of the spaces were originally developed for easy numerical specification of colors in computer graphics application. Number 2, due to its brightness function, the natural shape of HSV color gamut is a cone. Because HSV handles brightness, lightning, therefore its actual shape is conic shape. This you can see on the upper portion of the right side figure, where you can also observe that achromatic axis perpendicular is passing right between the conic shape. This conic shape also involves angle. Therefore, many coordinates become invalid due to this angle. So, in order to avoid costly verification of the validity of the specified coordinates, these gamut were often artificially expanded into cylinders. So, these cylindrical spaces have often been unwittingly carried over into image processing applications. As a result, these cylindrical shapes of color spaces help out to attain constant lighting effect on the images. So students, here are the formulas which is used to transform standard RGB image into HSV transform image. In these formulas, R is for red, G is for green, B is for blue, L is for light or brightness, S is for saturation, and H is for hue. So if you have values of the R, G and B and also the value of the angle hue, you can easily convert your standard RGB image into HSV transform image. Most importantly, you need to follow the given threshold respectively for hue, light and saturation. This slide, students, you are viewing conic shape representation for HLS color space. In HLS space, the double cones has been artificially expanded at both ends. This is clearly shown on the right side upper portion of the figure, which is labeled as conic HLS. And at the below of that figure, you can view the cylindrical shape of HLS color space, which is similar to HSV, except HLS has double cones on both sides while HSV has single cone. These are the formulas used for converting standard RGB image into HLS transform image. The HLS transform image reflects the constant light effect on the image, which is very much beneficial for attaining results at later stages. So these formulas are very much helpful to get HLS transform image. These are easy to implement if we have the values of R, G and B, then we can apply and get our HLS transform image. A very important example need to be understand the conversion process among RGB model to HSV and HLS cylindrical saturation and their effect on the image. Here one thing to be noticed, in this example, cylindrical shape of HSV and HLS is used rather than their conic shapes. So consider the color image below. Not all the pixels which appear white have RGB coordinates of exactly 1, 1, 1. Similarly for black pixels, the purpose is to get small variations so as to amplify the saturation images due to the expansion of the cones into cylinders. The chosen image is a very interesting image. If we start from the left side, you will see the image in color form, which is basically in RGB model. However, the color images are inverted into two halves so as to understand the effect of HSV cylindrical and HLS cylindrical shape. The middle figure is an output when we apply HSV cylindrical saturation. Actually, these are those formulas which we have discussed in the last slide referring RGB model conversion to HSV transformation. Rightmost figure is an output when we apply HLS cylindrical formulas on the leftmost image. Here you can see that the gray levels are adjusted equally throughout the image, whereas in the middle figure it is not equally distributed. Hopefully students, you will understand that why we divided the leftmost image into two color halves. As a result, HLS works very fine for the leftmost image which distribute the light constantly throughout the image. Advantages of the IHLS space, which is the improved HLS space, I for improved. Therefore, it has following advantages. Number one, the saturation is low for black and white pixels. The brightness is independent of the saturation, can be shown mathematically. This means that you are free to choose any brightness, luminance or lightness function. And number three, finally, the saturation values can be easily compared. This is important for mathematical morphology operators. In summary, the major purpose or advantage that we achieve from HLS space is the distribution of light equally and constantly throughout the image, which is very important for object identification and detection within the image. So students, we have discussed very comprehensively color transformation along with 4 color models RGB, HIS, HSV and HLS, and also understand human visual system. In the next lecture we will discuss shading, which also based on lightning effect. So stay tuned.